Dr. Afsan Firdousi, Medical Officer in Bangladesh Specialist Hospital. Today I'm presenting a case of 50 years old Bangladeshi woman who has come to us with the complaints of painless lump in her left breast for last 2 months. And she also gives us the history of back pain for last 1 month. And she has a significant past personal history, which is she was on injectable contraception for last 22 years, but her family history and is non-significant, and she has no comorbidity. For properly evaluation, we have done some September 2021 ultrasound both breasts. There is an SOL which measures about 1.8 into 1.03 centimeter in left breast at 2 to 3:30 o'clock position, which reveals neoplastic lesion, and also there is left axillary lymphadenopathy about 2.09 into 0.8 centimeter. And it also reveals hypoechoic areas with central sinus echoes are noted in right axillary region, suggestive of reactive lymph node. Largest one measures about 1.32 centimeter. Mammography of both breasts also done, which reveals in left breast there is irregular linear opacity with speculated outer margin in upper outer quadrant, and right breast was normal. This is the imaging of mammogram, and her histopathology report was done in September, which reveals of core biopsy was done from left breast lump, which reveals infiltrating carcinoma with lobular-like feature, and immunohistochemistry reveals she is ER/PR positive and HER2 negative case, and with E-cadherin negative. And we have done some other tests for screening purpose. Her ultrasound of whole abdomen was normal, and echocardiography shows that her ejection fraction was 65%, otherwise normal. CT in body of cervical 6, 7, and thoracic 3, 8, 10, and 11 vertebra. There is also a calcified lesion, which is noted in apical segment of right lower lobe. And her bone scan, which shows multiple osteoblastic lesions in skull bone, the dorsal-lumbar spine with intense focal uptake at D9 vertebra, which suggests bony mets. This is the image of bone scan. And we again repeatedly done ultrasound of both breasts, which reveals malignant lesion about 21.5 into 10.1 millimeter at 2:30 to 3 o'clock position in left breast, with multiple metastatic lymph nodes in left axilla, measuring about 6.9 to 9.2 millimeter ranges. And there is also focal fibrocystic changes at 11 o'clock position in right breast, and right axillary lymph node was normal. Echocardiography was again done, which reveals ejection fraction slightly increased than the previous one, which is 60%. And CT whole abdomen reveals that lytic areas in D8 and D11 vertebral bodies, which indicates that it is metastatic deposit. Otherwise, CT findings was normal. MRI of brain was also done. There is nothing but pansinusitis. And marker study reveals that her 15.3 was 16.7. And then here comes the question and discussion part. And we have some questions. Do you suggest any further investigation for this? Do we need to evaluate for the right breast mass by core biopsy or fine needle aspiration cytology? What is the best treatment option in case of de novo metastatic bone disease without any visual crisis? Thank you.
Thank you very much for the case. Now, asking Don Dizon sir for your comment.
Yeah, I mean, so in terms of the local disease, it has been our approach here at Brown to try to define the breast disease as best as possible. You know, this becomes especially important with bilateral breast cancer, just trying to see what is the status of both. Is that going to impact what you're going to do clinically? No. She should not have breast surgery in the context of de novo stage 4 breast cancer. Would we biopsy the bone to prove metastatic disease? You know, I'm of a school of thought that it is always good and wise to pathologically confirm metastatic breast cancer. However, that is by far not a gold standard, and certainly, it depends on the patient as well and how convincing the imaging is. So, if our radiologists are truly convinced this is metastatic breast cancer, then we wouldn't have to pursue a biopsy. The reason that I like to do it is just to make sure I have concordance between the lesions, and that one is not HER2 positive, one is HER2 negative, that one is triple negative versus hormone receptors positive. If you do not biopsy it, I don't think it's unreasonable as well. But probably it would be a good idea to biopsy both breasts, because it's not uncommon. Remember, unless you're thinking this is a contralateral metastatic breast cancer, the possibility you're dealing with dual primaries is also there. And I don't think you should assume that the hormone status on one breast cancer is going to be the same as in the other. So that's the reason why we would pursue biopsies of both lesions in the breasts. Beyond that, if it's hormone receptors positive, someone put in the chat CDK4/6 inhibitors plus endocrine therapy, and I would agree with that.
Thank you, sir. Rajesh sir, your comment?
Yes, Annaksha. So this patient we need to treat like a CA breast with bone metastasis de novo. One thing is not sure from the presentation whether it's a postmenopausal or a premenopausal lady.
Sorry, sir. My speaker is left. She is premenopausal.
She's 50 years and she's on contraception for the past 22 years. So
Yeah.
maybe then I have to assume it's like a premenopausal lady. Maybe we might need to consider ovarian suppression also, along with maybe hormones plus CDK4 inhibitors. That would be the way to go. But one more thing, what I would like to add is maybe something for the bones. Maybe some bisphosphonates, or if you see like the bone mets is like light occlusion is very close to the spinal cord or something, maybe whether the patient would need any RT in case she's having some symptoms. If she's asymptomatic, I'll just put them on bisphosphonates and then wait for radiation at a later date.
She has
Thank
some
you, Rajesh.
headache. That's why we exclude the brain as well. And it fortunately shows there is no metastasis still now.
So that's a good thing. You have done a good complete metastatic workup, brain, lung, abdomen, everything has showed that there's no metastasis isolated only to the bones, but it's multiple bones like cervical spine, thoracic spine, skull, multiple lesions. So it's better like to see.
In this regard, sir, it is said that sometimes the early stage disease didn't ask for any CT scan chest or something, but this routine CT scan shows light occlusion. That's why we have to go for the bone scan as well as the further abdominal scan and brain MRI. So this is information for our practicing oncologist, or we should go for at least sometimes though guideline not support about the CT scan or something. So it is sometimes find the earliest metastatic de novo disease prior treatment, I think. So what do you think, sir?
Maybe it's a very debatable question because most of the guidelines in early breast, they say like we can avoid CT or something, but a lot of evidence coming up now. Even the role of PET is also increasing in early breast because you can use it to assess the disease response. That's also there. You can see the SUV value, how it is, and biologically whether it is coming down with your treatment or not. That also can be assessed. And it all depends upon the patients, how you see like what is their affordability, and maybe we might need to titrate our investigations in early breast in the Indian subcontinent at least.
One question to Don Dijon, sir. Most of the time we find that CA15.3 is sometimes raised in the metastatic bony disease, but this case doesn't reflect like that. Is there any explanation about this regard, sir?
I'll be completely frank. I'd love to hear what Dr. Balakrishnan does. I actually don't do much in terms of the tumor markers testing in breast cancer. I only check it if there's a question of whether or not someone is progressing. So in your case, to get the baseline is important. I don't think the tumor markers are very sensitive in breast. I think the trending of the tumor markers may be important, but it's not part of my standard practice to test it. I grew up testing serum tumor markers in breast cancer, but In more recent days, I haven't been doing that, particularly if I'm using a CDK4/6.
Arif Shajol, multiple bone mats, particularly in the lumbar region as well. Was there any cord compression-like feature, or have you checked for that?
No, we have checked for the CT scan thoroughly. There is only uptake, but there is no distraction or cord compression, and even there is not that like of tenderness.
Okay.
There is not even we have presented this case in our tumor board, and there is no bony tenderness as well.
Okay.
I think Dr. Arman has asked
To undergo any sort of FNSC or anything to exclude malignancy or any other disease on the bones?
We didn't go for because radiologically, madam, the bone scan as well as the CT scan coincides. So we didn't go for further FNSC or others issues in the bone scan, but it's questionable. That's why we ask if there is need for other investigation. Do you suggest?
We have a question in the chat box. We ask that, what is the role of surgery of primary de novo breast cancer in bone-only metastasis? Asked by Arman Reza Chaudhary.
I think that's a very good question. I don't know if there's a surgeon on our team, but
yes, we have
clearly it's something that we ask all the time, and we consider that in a case-by-case basis. But there was a randomized trial in the U.S. presented by Seema Khan, I think 3 years ago now, which looked at people presenting with de novo stage 4 breast cancer, compared surgery, local treatment versus no local treatment. And 3-year overall survival was the same. It was about, over 60% were alive, regardless of whether surgery was done. There were more local regional occurrences without surgery first, but quality of life was better in those patients who just received systemic therapy.
A similar type of
maybe
study
I
was
just want to add. Definitely, I would also consider local surgery, but not now. Maybe down the line, maybe after 6 months, and see how the patient goes. Whether a patient is in the good performance status, whether the patient responds in the primary side, and then take a call. Maybe not as upfront surgery now. Maybe after 6 months, if the patient is still having good response at the primary site and the metastatic sites is all in control. Maybe that is a point maybe where we would be considering primary surgery followed by radiation to the local site. And maybe the sites which are more having more uptake at the reassessment point, maybe give SBRT to that metastatic sites also.
But Dr. Balakrishnan, you would biopsy the contralateral site at this point. Would you agree with that or no?
Yeah, I agree with that because it's like a contradictory things on the ultrasound and the mammogram. Because mammogram doesn't say about the BI-RADS there. They put it as BI-RADS 0. Like BI-RADS score is not given. But the ultrasound shows that there is a lesion which is near about 3 centimeters and the node is around 1.3 centimeters, which is big one. So better to have a core biopsy or an FNAC at least before you start the treatment. I agree with that.
Unfortunately, patient denied for further core biopsy, sir. That's why couldn't manage to agree her to do the same thing.
Maybe it's better to inform the patient that this could be a second primary also.
Yes. We discussed
in future, no, we might need to document it and keep that she refused for it.
Actually, yes, Rajesh, in the subcontinent, when the patients start doing the investigation, the patient gets exhausted and patient doesn't want to delay for any type of treatment, especially in our subcontinent. That's why they have to start and they ignore for the biopsy for the opposite base in those cases.
Yes, I completely agree with you, sir.
The way I would explain it, Dr. Chaudhary and Dr. Sejal, this breast cancer didn't come up in the last couple of months. That she was actually living with this, if it's hormone positive. It has been there for years. So waiting another 2 weeks to get the biopsy is going to make all the difference in how we approach this. So I understand that, even here, there's tons of, there's a problem about delaying therapy, but you're talking about weeks and not years.
Yeah, that's a really question, especially in our country. Even the patient doesn't want to know his disease. The relatives wants that don't disclose the disease to her, especially.
Yeah.
The second ultrasound is done on the basis for the core biopsy actually, because on examination there is definitive findings. There is a lump on the right breast as well, but on the table of the core biopsy, patient denied for the further procedure.
Professor Topesh Palsar is with us.
I think there should be second biopsy from the right breast, and then we should start the systemic therapy, and ultimately it should be continue with hormone therapy and followed up.
And what is your opinion regarding de novo breast cancer surgery?
I think it should not do the surgery because it's a stage 4 disease.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now we move on to Professor Kudrat Elahi, sir. Your comments?
Thank you very much. The questions are, do you suggest any further investigations? So regarding this question, as we are not going for bone metastatic to confirm a core biopsy, so we may have some understanding with alkaline phosphatase. If it is more, we can make some idea that yes, it is metastatic disease. But most important thing, I think we should go for molecular study for this patient, BRC or other things as per NCCN guidelines. And regarding biopsy from other breast, I think it is rational because if we go for biopsy, we can see whether it is double primary or it is the same disease metastasis to another breast, because we know in lobular carcinoma, it is sometimes bilateral disease. So biopsy will be a good option. Regarding treatment of this patient, I will go for ovarian suppression. Then I will go for AI or fulvestrant and CDK4/6 inhibitor. And also I have to think about bone health. That is, I will go for zoledronic acid or denosumab for this patient, Rankine factor. So that's my take from here. Thank you.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Thank you, Kudrat Elahi, sir. Fotejana, madam, you have anything to add on?
I think everything has been discussed already, that there is another lump in the other breast and that should also be evaluated. I think you should talk to the patient and discuss with her all the possibilities of having another malignancy on her other breast. And also in this scenario, I think you should go for a BRCA study also, which may give some idea about the hereditary or familial pattern of this disease, which would actually guide you for proper treatment of this patient.